Yeah, absolutely. So for those who maybe not have been following, but NBA playoffs going on right now. We're getting to the conference championships right now, actually. So it's been a really exciting playoff season for the NBA. We've had a lot of historic performances, and one of the main storylines coming from this week was LeBron James leading the Los Angeles Lakers to the conference finals once again. And LeBron had a classic, LeBron game, really turned back the clock against the Warriors to kind of close out that series. Classic 39-9 game on good efficiency. He looked like he's definitely older LeBron, but he looked like a little bit closer to, that the all-time great that he is.
Get rid of that bald spot though. Sorry.
That's never going to go away. Anyway, where was I at? Anyway, what that did is basically we've had this entire string of dialogue now resurfacing again about LeBron, being the GOAT over Michael Jordan, which for those, obviously all of us as Chicago sports fans, Michael Jordan is going to be the GOAT for, I think, all of us. I guess I can't speak for all of us, but for me, especially, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And I could back this up from the statistical case. Michael Jordan, you look at him as a playoff performer, he's a better playoff performer on average than LeBron James. He has, I think, a better playoff resume than LeBron James, even though LeBron James, and here's the thing, I don't want to use this as a period to just crap on LeBron, because he is the number 2 player definitively for me. There isn't an argument. And if you're going to make an argument for a guy as the number 1 guy besides Michael Jordan, LeBron James is the only guy that has a credible case. And it's a pretty close case in my opinion. But I think Michael Jordan is still a little bit of ahead. And LeBron James, this part of his career, he can only improve his legacy, not really, make it even worse. He's still one of the best players in the NBA, 38 years old. He's ridiculous. So I don't want to take anything away from him. But the funniest thing that I saw out of this Lakers thing is that they're talking about LeBron James because he beat the Warriors, being this guy who destroys all these teams and ends all these great teams' runs and whatever. And some of the teams they were talking about were the Pistons in the 2000s, the Celtics with KG and Ray Allen and Paul Pierce, the OKC Thunder when they had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. The Warriors, obviously, in the dynasty that they had. And I think one of them was the Spurs, even though LeBron lost to the Spurs. So I don't even know how that makes any sense. But I just want to go through this here because we compare this to Michael here. Because if we're going to make this comparison, let's make this comparison. So first of all, LeBron James didn't even knock out the best Pistons team. Michael Jordan did. He ended the bad boy Pistons coming off of 3 straight finals appearances and 2 straight finals victories. Here's the thing. The Pistons that LeBron beat didn't even have their best player on that team. Ben Wallace was the Chicago Bull with the afro going on and everything at that time. He wasn't even on the Pistons at that point. So to say that he ended the Pistons, no, the Pistons ended when Ben Wallace left the Pistons. Whatever. LeBron did his thing there, did a great job. Move on to Boston, okay? And yeah, he ended Boston here, the Big 3 Celtics. But, I mean, guess what? The head coach of the Boston Celtics at the time was Doc Rivers, who was the biggest choke artist in NBA history among head coaches. We just saw him blow another 3-2 series lead against the Boston Celtics this past weekend. And also, every single player on that Celtics team was 50 years old. Congratulations, LeBron James. You beat a bunch of 50-year-olds who should have been in a retirement home at that point. Great job. Compare that to Michael Jordan ending the Showtime Lakers, who Magic Johnson's still playing at an MVP level, James Worthy in his prime. Kareem wasn't there anymore, but they still had a really solid roster around those 2 guys. Whatever. Moving on to the OKC Thunder. That one, I guess that you can give that to them because, James Harden had to be traded the next year because of salary cap reasons. You know what? Give that credit to LeBron James. But if we're going to do that,
yeah, the dynasty that was the Oklahoma City Thunder,
who won 0 championships, by the way, and only made to one NBA Finals. Okay, let's compare that to the Bulls. Michael Jordan beating the Portland Trailblazers in '92. Not only did the Trailblazers make 2 NBA Finals during that run that they had against against the Bulls. But you look at Clyde Drexler, who was the second best shooting guard in the NBA at the time. The year before, in that 92 season, he averaged 25 points per game. He was one of the best players in the NBA. The very next season, he was so psychologically damaged from Michael Jordan beating him in the NBA Finals that his points per game dropped 6 points per game the next year, and his field goal percentage dropped nearly 5 points, percentage points. So, like, Michael Jordan, like, did psychological harm to this man, and he never recovered after that. If you want to put that into perspective, right there. Again, neither team winning championships, right there. So, whatever. And then the Warriors thing, like. Again, LeBron lost the Warriors 3 times in the NBA Finals. So, like, congratulations, you ended their dynasty run, but you lost to them more times than you beat them. So,
and you only ended it because KD isn't there.
That's correct. It's correct.